Now, a fresh headache is beckoning Ministry of Education officials after 46,000 more students qualified to join university amid a funding crisis in public universities. The number of students who qualified to join the university rose from 200,000 in the year 2023 to 246,000 in the year 2024. The 2024 KCSE candidates will form the third cohort of students lining up to pile pressure on the government under the student-centered funding model. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos, however, says the government will avail financial and human resource to ensure the universities are capacitated to handle the increased intake, even as the university funding model is applied with amendments.
The surge in university qualification has shot from 201,000 students in the 2023 KCSE to 246,000 from the 2024 KCSE, representing a 3% increase.
Means that the universities are going to have more students because we are going to retain the C+ grade as the cutoff for admission to universities.
The 2024 KCSE candidates are the third cohort of university qualifiers who will not only balloon the budget meant to fund the new funding model, but will also put pressure on public universities. Already, the two cohorts under the new funding model are heaping pressure on government coffers, which is facing untold strain. The government is putting on a strong face. Education Cabinet Secretary Migos says the university funding model will be applied with amendments and changes that have been set up by the Ministry of Education during this year's admission for the additional 46,000 students joining the higher learning institutions.
The university funding model, which is student-based, is going to continue being applied with amendments and with changes that have been proposed through the various committees that we've set up, including the issues that were raised by court. We'll look into all those issues, incorporate them, and come up with a funding model that is fit for purpose. And that funding model will continue being a funding model that is student-centered.
With uncertainty over university funding after the High Court put brakes on the student-centered funding model, the government pledges to avail financial and human resource to ensure the universities are capacitated to handle the increased intake.
So no student is going to be left out to get their university education because of resources. We will avail enough resources as a government to ensure that they are well taken care of.
Though the government appears to look the other way and ignore the possibility of introducing the cut-off points as of the way of putting a cap on the number of students it can sponsor to universities, this looks like the inevitable way to steady the funding ship. Seth Olale, Citizen TV.